And we also will send out the recording so that you have it. We send it and we put it in our newsletter too, because we want as best we can to support your business with its growth. And its growth does come from having a CRM that is strong, and it allows you to bring in clients, bring in prospects, prospect to them. So let me just, so that should be going fine. So feel free to put the name of your business into the chat, your Instagram, so that we can support and follow your business. There's definitely time for questions. So if you have any specific questions about the platform, and I'll be showing you a bit of the kind of behind the scenes with ACBN, and also behind the scenes with the actual, like how I use the platform with my businesses. So I do use it for 3 businesses that I run. So I'll show you a bit of the back end with that. But we'll give it just one more minute for people to filter in. And again, there's so many moving parts in this platform. We do not want to overwhelm you. So you might see that there's other things that the platform can do. We will definitely get there. But for now, we're just kind of going step by step. So eventually we'll be using all the pieces. But for now, we're just making sure that you are comfortable. So as I said, we do want to make sure you know how to get into your platform. So when you get your, so when we're onboarding a sub account, we're going to ask you a bunch of questions about your business. So this is a quick refresher. So you'll see when you add it manually, the form that you typically will fill out before you get your sub account includes us asking for your first name, last name, your email, your business name. We're going to ask you for the niche so that we can try and find it in here as best we can. We're going to ask you for your business phone, your address. Typically, we'd want your business address, not your home address. And if you do not have a business address and you registered with your home address, please talk to Empowered Forex, Chris Beth Cowie, who will be joining us. I think she's here. She can get you a virtual business address so you can have that way you can put in 350 Rutherford Road South, and people won't show up to your house because they saw your home address on your registration papers. We're going to ask you for your website, time zone we already have. And then once you add the sub account, so you're going to get a sub account like one of these. So I'll show you. And then we're going to create a staff person, and that staff person, we're going to add the user, will be you. So once we create you as a user, then you get the email and you can log in, and then you'd have access to all the different pieces or apps that the platform has. So in our previous videos, and if you want to watch a more detailed version of those videos, we talked about the first thing you should be doing is going into the marketing tab and going into the social planner, and then connecting all your different social media accounts. After you connect your accounts, you then, that will help you promote your business so you can schedule all your posts. So if you're paying for a social media scheduler, you can scrap that. Also, we want you to put in your contacts. So if you already have contacts in another platform or an emailer like Aweber or Active Campaign or MailChimp, which has gotten so expensive now, you can upload those contacts into here, and then you'll have a way to connect with them. So you can have conversations with people, and it's all in one place. If you have a Calendly account, you can create your own calendar in here and create different types of calendars for different employees or different things you want to meet people about. So you can click here. So we'll get to all this. We're not doing calendars today, and the contacts, it's pretty straightforward. You can add them individually, one at a time, or you can import a list with your where is a CSV file, and then you can map the. So we'll get here. We'll do the import thing. That's a bit advanced, but if you know how to upload CSV files, you can do that. The opportunities and pipelines, we'll get to this as well, where you can track your sales process in here. You can create different products and different coupons for those products. You can connect it to your Stripe account. You can have subscriptions. So again, we'll get to all this. But like I said, we talked about the social media. You can have an email campaign in here. This one does spark a bit of a cost because if you get over sending 1,000 emails, then I think it's 0.007 cents per email. But again, we'll get to that. So for today, we're really talking about having a proper landing page or website for getting the clients. So before we talked about, and I just clicked on the site section, we talked about creating either a form, a survey, or a quiz. So all of this is so that you can then tell the world, hey, this is what I'm working on. Can you answer a few questions? And the best place for this form to live is on a website or a landing page. So Chris Beth, I'll pass it to you real quick if you have time to just talk about what are good components of a website or a landing page so that we know what to expect when we're building one. And then I'll show you some of the ones that we've built and answer any questions that you have. Hold on. Was I talking this whole time and on mute? Chris Beth, you're on mute.
No, Ryan, we're hearing you.
Okay, I was like, yo, I went in just now. That was like the best 3-minute intro ever. Only I heard it.
No, we heard you.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Don't
checking in.
feel bad, Ryan. I did that the other day, 20 minutes into a thing, and
Oh no, 20
talking to
minutes?
myself, thinking I'm recording a video, and it was
Yo.
terrible.
And then it's like it's so quiet. You're like, there's no way nobody responded to, like, how could nobody be responding to me? That is jokes. All right. So Chris Beth looks like she might be multitasking. So let me hop into. I'm gonna show you some of the things that we have built and then kind of talk it through. So let me share my screen again. So two things I'm gonna show you. One is just
You're on mute, Ryan.
why am I on mute?
No, we're hearing you.
Oh, are you
For
hearing
a
me?
second, he was on mute, though. For a second, maybe.
Yeah, but
Okay.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
hearing
it's
you.
doing something weird. It's like blacking out my microphone, but as long as you can hear me, all good. Yeah, I want to show you some of the landing pages that we created, and then I want to show you what I built on the weekend because my son was at a tech little camp, so I had 4 hours. I'm like, let me see if I can just zone in and build this thing. I am sharing. Okay, so once you have a form, a survey, or a quiz, and I like all three, they do play like different roles. A form is more if you need a person to fill out information to enroll into something. So if you know, like for our business needs assessment, we have people fill out that form and it's always going to be there. Like we always want people to be filling it out. So it's never really going to go away. A survey is, and a quiz even, a survey is more short term where you're asking for very specific information. For example, if you have an event and then you're doing like a post event survey, that survey is not really going to live on long term, but you do want to capture specific information that helps you make decisions. Quiz really does the same thing, but then the quizzes you can score. So you can assign points to the questions and then it will develop a score for you. So each of them, I would say, are really good in different ways. But a form is more long term, survey short term, quiz if you want to score their answers. So some of the forms that we have, you'll see. So something like a Go HighLevel form, it'll be here. Just
Sorry,
asking.
Ryan, I was hearing you and I did put that form in the chat whereby
Okay.
folk can, if they aren't a member, they can learn more and plug in as well.
Perfect. And then it does show you. So if you're already a paid member, you get 3 months free. So you get to test out and come to our office hours and really tinker and get it set up. And at the end of the 3 months, it's only $67 a month. So, and that's 67 Canadian. So if you go and try and get HighLevel just direct, it's $97 US. So we're trying to save you some money here. And then if you don't want to become an ACBN member and you're like, oh, but I still want to get access to HighLevel, you do get a bit of a discount. So it's 127 Canadian. And I think if HighLevel direct is 97 US and it comes to like 130 or 40. So you still save a bit. But yes, we would love for you to be a member so we can support you on your journey. And so this is a form that would be long term. So it's just going to be up. But let me see if I can find some of the quizzes that we do a survey in here? Yes. So we have, well, this is a survey, but technically it's a quiz. No, wait, we should have a quiz too. Let me see if we have the quiz here. This has unsaved work. I didn't do anything. Okay, so no, there's no quiz in here. So this one is about the readiness to hire somebody. So we do ask questions about like, are you registered payroll with CRA? Do you have a payroll service provider? So these are things that we want to understand about a person, and it's more of a short-term quiz, so it's not like a long-term form, although it could be a form because it lasts longer. But this now, the quiz on its own, you don't want to send people, like sometimes you need kind of a sales page. So the sales page would be what we do inside the funnel. So you can build either a website or just a landing page. So Chris Beth, do you want me to show ones that we have first, or do you want to talk about the elements of a landing page? Or you could probably do both at the same time, because I'll show you.
Yeah, you can show what I wanted to come on and just say quickly, as Ryan's going through what makes a good landing page. So most of us have a website, right? You might have a website, you're probably building, adding content to it, all of those things. But it is very important, even in 2026, more important, I think, is to have a strong SEO website. SEO, search engine optimization, meaning that there should be some keywords on your pages. So yes, your website can have multiple pages, all of those things. I invite people, if you're not familiar, our company Empowered Facts does, website audits to give you a free audit to see how you're ranking and stuff. But you could also scrape your website to see how you're ranking and performing as well. So keywords, everyone should know. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you know what a keyword for your company is. Maybe write in the chat what is some of the keywords for your company, what people are searching for. I always like to say, you want to put yourself in the mindset of what people are sitting at Google writing they are looking for a solution for, right? So this is really important. So that's one. So search engine optimization is really important. The other one with all of the AI platforms that's coming out is answer engine. You have to be able to answer the how can I say it? The question. So FAQ. So Ryan, I don't think on this page, are you able to find the page that I created? Let me see if I can find that link for you.
It's a funnel?
Yeah, go into
Okay.
funnels and see.
Okay, I'm here.
Maybe I did it in Empowered. Can you go to Empowered's sub account?
Mhm.
Yeah, the AI toolkit. Yes. And then go preview, edit preview.
Oh, want me to edit
Okay.
it?
Yeah, so this is an example of a landing page, right? So this obviously was built in it was coded, so it doesn't look like my full branding and stuff, but I did this so that you can see an example. If you go down to the bottom, I highly recommend that your landing pages are built with FAQs. Good word counts for helping your pages to be ranked and seen is 600 words minimum. I would recommend that. I know pages have less, but the point is we want our pages to be found. If we don't have words, our pages will not rank well, right? So this is really important for you as you're thinking about what goes into a landing page. So I talked about FAQs. The other thing you will see with this example of the page here, and Ryan, if you go up, you'll see that it is, I keep saying GTA, Brampton. It is important to help your business rank for cities. Yes, people meet us. They're like, oh, I can sell to anyone. My customers everywhere. That may be true and okay. However, remember what we want is market penetration. I like to say at the old time when people were getting into business, brick and mortar, the key thing was location, location, location. And still today, although we're building virtual businesses, we want to rank for location, location, location. So when you are writing your content, you want to ensure that you're answering key questions that the AI engines can pick up. You want to make sure that your SEO, so your ranking on Google, is still relevant and it is impacting also the chat engines well, AI engines well as well, and then location. So those are kind of my main takeaways or highlights in terms of what should go into a landing page. But I know Ryan's going to be building one just so that you all are familiar how to utilize the tool, and then we can go from there.
Sweet, sweet. All right. So let me go back to what I was showing you before. Let's see. So this is in PowerPoint. So yeah, before, oh, I need to go into my own one. Just give me 1 sec. So I can show you what I was able to build on the weekend here. All right, so yeah, these are the 3 companies that I currently run. So Detailing Nights, the Just Like Family, and the Surviving Night Consulting. So we wanted to see, okay, we were gonna do, where did I go? So sites. So the first thing was I was trying to duplicate how, oh my gosh, how Eventbrite. So Eventbrite is where we usually put all of our events. I was like, what if we just had the landing page that talked about the event and then we built our own form in it? So I was testing out, oh wait, what did I make? Was it a survey? Hold on, let me see what I built here. This grant writing workshop, but it has, oh, it was just a direct purchase. So you'll see here. So it actually should have a form. So I missed that part. So this is my attempt to duplicate Eventbrite, where it's like, okay, that way when a person signs up, the information goes directly into the CRM. So we created this landing page that just talks about, hey, we're going to write the Youth Opportunities Fund. It's this time and this day. And then it talks about what you're going to get in the workshop and who the workshop is for, a bit about the facilitator, and then they were able to click and sign up. And now, since it was sold out and people kind of paid for their ticket, so when they see it now, when you click it, it takes them to this form, which is another landing page. And you'll notice the landing page has a branded, what you call it, email, or email, website address. So
Domain.
usually when you're building your forms, it'll have like a generic, let me see if it shows on this one. Sometimes it'll have just a generic like app at Go HighLevel preview. So if you wanted to show up with your branded domain, that is possible. So you can have your domain show up when people land onto your landing page. So just like this one, this landing page is about the funding spreadsheet. So when they fill out this form, it then puts them into the CRM. So and it's also on the thank you page, I believe, or at least it should be. Let me see if it is. Oh no, so the thank you page, they can book a meeting. So all of these elements help keep people in your funnel. So that's where if you have a form so this landing page here is an example of building out a form and then creating a landing page for people to then fill out the form. Once they fill out the form, you want them to then go into a workflow. So today was really more just about the landing page. So I don't want to go too deep, but once a person is into your ecosystem, you do want to create an automation that then drips information to them until they buy. So for this one, let's see, the funding spreadsheet.
Automations next week.
This right. So I was just showing up. So
Focus on the landing page. Get
they
them
need
to
to
build the
they
page
need to know what it
first.
comes to. They need to know the whole story. So
Well, it's
once a
about putting it
person,
together.
so yes, so your landing page, the core reason to have a landing page is to get a person's information. So you need to give them something that they want so that they'll tell you a bit about themselves and then you can stay connected. So that's why the structure of a landing page is really important, what Chris Beth was saying, but the end goal should be some sort of call to action, whether it's them purchasing, so it could be a checkout, or them filling out a form or a survey so that you can learn more about them. And then next week, we're going to touch on the automation that happens after you get a person's contact details. So let me stop there and just see if there's any questions about landing pages or even forms or surveys before we get too ahead of ourselves. So yes. Oh, I can't see the. Yeah, feel free. You can raise your hand or just unmute if you do have a question, and then we can talk through it. So let me see.
How do we connect our if we don't have a website, can I build a website from here, from using Go HighLevel?
Yeah, so if you want to have just a full-blown website, that is possible as well. So I'll show you in here. So with the funnels, they help you build landing pages. But if you want a standalone website, you are able to build a website in here as well. I haven't built out a full website in here yet because I usually just use landing pages, but I did start testing one. Let me see how far I got in it. I think it's in here. I think this is just, yeah. So I was just looking at different templates, but I haven't built out the website just yet. So it is possible. You can also build out a store where you can put your products in here so that it'll have a landing page with your products, more like an e-commerce store. Oh, let me get out of here. So we're not doing that just yet. But yes, to answer your question, but then a website is more long term. So landing pages are typically about one specific aspect of your business. So if you do grant writing and you also do coaching and you also do events, you can have a landing page for each specific one. A website is more, it talks about pretty much everything. So it's more of like a bio about your business and or yourself. And then if a person's interested in grant writing, they can click here. If a person's interested in consulting, they can click here. If a person's interested in coming to your event, they can click here. So a website's more wholesome, and then you can have the website be part of the funnel, or you can just build a landing page that's very specific.
And if I could just add to, yes, as Ryan said, the landing page is very specific, and is best utilized. Think about a landing page. It talks about one core problem, one core solution to one core specific audience, right? So let's say you're selling, I don't know if Anisha is here, but with her journals and books and planners, all of those things. We had a conversation recently, and it's like, hey, faith-based people are buying a lot of these planners, like her top selling planners. So it's ideal to create a page that's talking to that particular audience to draw them in. It's then important for the next group of people that you have a dedicated page where they can see themselves as well. So having a landing page is so powerful. And that's why we spend a lot of time talking about your funnels, and automation should be happening ideally around your landing page. You could drive traffic to your website, but higher impact is oftentimes seen on landing pages.
Absolutely. All right, just checking in if there's any. Where is my Zoom? Oh, there. All right. Yeah, checking in if there's any additional questions. I know today we're talking about, so it's kind of an extension from having the form, survey, or quiz, having it live on a landing page. It can also, you can have a checkout live on a landing page. So if you want people to buy something, you can create a landing page for that specific thing and then embed the checkout into it as well. All right, let me just check in. And hold on, I want to make sure I showed the two differences. All right, so let me go to personal one, because you'll see here the form that we created. Oh, is this because it's named wrong? I think I didn't name it something. Okay, so this is the form. This should be called info form. So let's save that. And then this is the form that lives on the grant funding spreadsheet. So even if we have a different offering, they would fill out the same form, unless you wanted to learn something different about the person. But if we created different landing pages, you can still embed the same form and just be talking about different things. Otherwise, you can create, a different form for different things or different surveys. That's usually where you'd create surveys. If it's, let's say you're asking about their birthdays and what kind of cars they drive, you can do a survey just for that. So it's short term. Or like I said before, if they're coming to events and you want to have them fill out a post-event survey about their experience, you can create a survey that would capture that information. But if you want them to sign up for your thing, the form would be better for that. So that way it's long term. And then so that form now gets embedded into the landing page, or you can have an event style where this one is a landing page that has them check out. So it doesn't show the checkout. I think I deleted the checkout, but I'll show you what the checkout would look like. So if we edit it here, and then let's say you're going to put it at the bottom. So down here. And so you can actually find your checkout.
Ryan, Julian has raised his hand.
Okay, yes, you can go ahead. I couldn't see that.
Yeah, I just kind of had a question, and that was kind of like, how would I set it up? See, one of the things I might use Go HighLevel is to almost create like a lead magnet, where it's
Right.
like a PDF on top 10 things you can do with CMOS. But I want them to fill out the information and then automatically send them the PDF once they sign in. And then I have that information, but they get emailed. Right? Is that something where the landing pages would like, does that have that same functionality?
Yeah, exactly. So with this landing page, the lead magnet is the spreadsheet. So now when they fill out the form and hit submit, it takes them to the spreadsheet. Or you could have it where it could email them the PDF that you created, or sometimes it can actually just like download it right away. If you create the, like, let's say you put in a Google Drive, and then that link, it would link to that Google Drive link, and so that they would get access to the PDF. And then you can also, that's where the workflow comes in, because after they go somewhere specific, so hold on, let me show you where you would do that. So there's something in checkouts, or yeah. Oh, I didn't save it. So I'll show you here for like the buttons. You can have it where it can like scroll somewhere on the screen, or you can have it go to a website, or you can have it trigger a workflow. So if it goes to a website, that website, like I was saying, could be the PDF in your Google Drive, wherever you've saved it. You can put the link there so it'll show it to them right away. Or you can have it just start a workflow. So when it starts a workflow, it looks like this. Let's see, where's our automation? So for example, the funding spreadsheet. So once they fill out the quiz, it triggers, adds a tag to them, and then it sends them an SMS and an email. So the email, the first email that they get, it also says, hey, here is the funding spreadsheet. Here's a video walkthrough, but it reminds them of the thing that they just said that they wanted. So if they, let's say they missed it for some reason, they also have an email that gives it to them. So for your PDF, you can attach it into this first email, and the thank you page can say like, hey, check your inbox. The PDF is in there now.
Cool.
All right.
I just want to add something to what you can do with the forms and surveys. So if for those who already have an existing website or like existing landing page from different companies that they utilize, you are able to still take the forms and put them on those websites, and then just have the information funnel through into your CRM. So that's the cool thing about, like, you don't have to just stick with the Go High Level and use everything from Go High Level. You can have something else from a different platform and connect, still be able to utilize like the forms and surveys and stuff to funnel the information from that existing website to your to your CRM.
Yeah, and that's a great point, because with ACBN's website, for example, in this section, let's say in this part right here, if we were pushing the hiring grant, and we're like, we could put the form or the quiz about the hiring grant right here. So we didn't have to build the ACBN website inside of Go High Level. It already exists, but now the form or the quiz, we can embed it into our website, like Keisha was saying. So you don't have to totally switch from what you're doing, but now it's really good for like sales and marketing and prospecting. So you can take the form and embed it in things that you already have as well. Let me hop back. Okay. Yes, just checking if there was any final questions, anything about landing pages that people have questions about. And the precursor, so next week we are going to be, just as Julian asked that question about, okay, now that they've done the form, what is the next step? So the next step would be, if it's a lead magnet, you'd want to be able to get them to the website or the download that has the lead magnet. And then you want to trigger a workflow that now either has an indoctrination sequence, so it warms them up to who you are and what you do, or it could be a sales sequence that just shows them the steps or the benefits and the features of what you're selling and keeps top of mind. That's where you want to be able to now keep pushing them through the funnel, and the workflow does that. Chris Beth, yes, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I think Julian, he was the one that just asked about the CMOS, right? So
Yes.
ideally, Julian, you need a dedicated page talking about all the benefits of CMOS and getting people excited about getting, I don't know if it's a recipe. I didn't hear what you said is in that PDF document, but your landing page should be the thing that sells people to want that PDF or lead magnet item that you're generating, right? So that's what your homework should be for next week. Come with a landing page, right? Come with your form built, come with the lead magnet item, and we'll show you how to connect the dots. And the intake form doesn't have to be a lot. It could be name, email, whatever, just to capture people's information so that you can give them the next thing. My marketing mentor once told me, if you're asking people for their name and email, what is that value, right? It should, and he gave a random number. It's like $10 worth. So let's say you're putting together a PDF document or a spreadsheet that people want access to. You're saying, okay, what is the value of this thing? Is it more than $10, right? And the answer should be yes. People want to give you their name so that they get something free, which would then open up a conversation for you to sell more high quality, high level things as well.
Understood.
Absolutely. Yeah. So looking forward to seeing the dots to get connected next week as we continue. And again, each week we're going to be adding on. So eventually we'll get to the workflow, which is next week. Then we're going to probably get to building your own community. We're going to get to building out your products. We're going to get to, you can do webinars in here. So we're going to just add on each step of the way. And if you missed any of them, it will be recorded. So we'll be able to send you the video of that specific tool inside of HighLevel. But so many ways that we can amplify your business. If you have not become an ACBN member yet, please do, so that we can get you your account and you get 3 months free to tinker around and make sure that we can use it to amplify your business. And after that, it's only 67 Canadian a month. So worst case, you're a member and we're helping you, and you get a discounted rate on the platform. So looking forward to seeing you next week. We'll be here Monday at 7 p.m. each week, tinkering and adding HighLevel for these office hours to our businesses. So looking forward to seeing you then. And if you do have questions, feel free to email the team. But let's get you set up. So let me grab, you said you put the form into the chat, Chris Beth? If yes,
yeah, I just put it again. Can you test that link?
Let me see. Yes, so that takes you to the form. So yeah, if you want to get access to the tool, fill out the form, we'll get you set up. And then by next week, you will have a sub account ready to amplify your business, and you have our help to get it done. So looking forward to seeing you then. Have a great rest of the night. Oh, I do see somebody. I already signed up for Go HighLevel. Can I switch to yours? Yes. So if you become an ACBN member or just want to work within ours, yes, that is still possible. And oh, I do see a hand up. Yes, you can go ahead. It says Esra.
Hi, Ryan. Good evening. It's Sophia. Sorry, I forgot to change my name.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you for doing this presentation. I missed the first two, I believe. Is it possible to gain access to those so I can build to this point?
Yes, let me grab, because we should have a playlist that allows you to see the previous videos. Let me just make sure I set that up properly. Okay, let me share this now. All right, so I'll put it into the chat, but I'll also, when we send out the recap with the new video, I'll include the past videos as well.
Excellent. And then I had just one more question. But it has nothing to do with this. Wanting to know if I can get probably 2 minutes of your time to ask a question outside of this.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Well, yeah, call me while you got me now. So send me a
Okay.
note and then just call me.
Will do. Thank you.
No problem.
And before everyone goes, I have put the link in the chat to become a member. Okay, as Ryan has indicated. So please go ahead and do so. Thank you for coming, and please remember to join us this Thursday as we start our wealth building workshop series. I'll be sending the invites to you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Have a good evening.
Sweet, sweet. Have a good one. We shall talk soon.